Okay, all right. So today we are going to go over homework number 731, which is on what page? Let's see. No, we're not going over homework number 731. We're going over homework number 42, page 731, number 1 through 5. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll do 3 questions with you guys. Okay. So we'll start with number 1, 2, and then 3, and then, if you were stuck, then you can go ahead and based on what I tell you, do 4 and 5. So let's see. Number 1, which is oh, oops, I'm looking too hard at my hair. All right, number 1, 1.48 times what? 3.6. Now, if you got a chance to watch the video lesson, you might get a head start already, okay? And in case you haven't, here we are, okay? Which even though we did this in class by now, hopefully. So here you got 3-digit by 2-digit number, right? So here we're gonna do the ones. I'm trying to remember again. Which way do Americans do this? I think, hold on, let me think. Okay, all right. If I remember correctly, it's the method that people do in American schools is to multiply the ones first, okay? And then you add a 0 and all that. So 6 times 8, 48. Now, where do you guys put the 4? I'm guessing here. 6 times 4 is 24, that's 28. 6 times 2, 1 is 1, plus 2 is 8. Oh, that's interesting. Look at that, 888, all right? So let's see. I'm just double checking right now. Yeah, all right, nice. Add a 0, right? Because so in other words, what you're saying is, hey, I'm gonna multiply the ones place, the 6, with these 3 numbers. I'm gonna have a lot to edit today. Nothing but interruptions. So 6. Okay, so right, so you multiply by these 3 digits, so you add a 0. Now you're basically doing the 3, but 3 is in the tens place if you ignore the decimals, right? Because what you're really doing is this, essentially. So don't get intimidated by the decimals. You can multiply like this, should you choose to, and then worry about the decimals later. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna close the door. All right, and we're back. So don't get intimidated by the decimal. You can always handle the decimals later, okay? All right, so in other words, now you're doing actually 30 times 148. That's why you put a 0 there. That's for that last 0 from the 30, okay? So 3/8 is 24. 3/4 is 12, 14. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. 8 plus 4 is 12, 13. 4 plus 1 is 5. Now, that's not the answer. If you did 148 times, 36, you get 5,328. But that's not what the question says, right? Because it's actually 1.48 times 3.6. So what do? You count decimal places. So how many decimal places are there? 1, 2, right? So in other words, how many places behind the decimal point there are? That's 2. Here you got 1, right? So total in all, you're gonna move 3 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3. That's it. So there's your answer, 5.328. Okay. All right. Let's do number 2 on the side here. 191.2 times. As a matter of fact, next year, if I want to make this go faster, I can actually turn these questions into like a homework lesson that you can watch at home. and then that will be homework. That will probably shorten the that would probably shorten it even more. Shorten what? Oh, curriculum. All right. Regardless, here we are. Maybe I should do that. But, oh well. All right. Same thing, right? 1's first. 4 times 2. That's 8. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 9 is 36. I should put it down here. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 3 is 7. All right. Add a 0. Right? Because this is like third, so it's like 4 times 191.2, and then the other one is actually like 3 or 30, right? 30 times that. Okay, so 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 9 is 27, 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 is 5. 8, so that's 10. 6. Also another interruption. 6 plus 3 is 9 plus 1 is 10. 7 plus 7 is 14 plus 1 is 15. 5 plus 1 is 6, right? So here, if you were to do 1,912 times 34, you get 65,008. But that's not what they're saying, right? So they're saying how many, the question is how many decimal places there are. So here we got 1, right? 1 behind the decimal place. We got 1 behind the decimal place again. So that's 2 total, right? 1, 2. And there you go, 650.08. Now, number 3, I want to talk to you guys about because I don't. You see the way they had it set up, 0.05 times 43. I actually don't like doing it like that. I mean, even though you could do 3 times 5, and then add a 0, do 4. That's up to you. Okay, so you can try that on your own. I'm gonna offer you the alternative. The alternative would be doing 43 times. Now, you know that multiplication is commutative. So you could do 43 times what? 0.05 or 0.05. It's up to you. I actually like this a little more. Right? I mean, you could probably see the advantage, right? Because you just have to do 5 times 3 and 5 times 4. Whereas if you flip this upside down, you would have to do 3 times 5 and then next line 4 times 5. Not the biggest deal, you know? So 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 4 is 20, so that's 21. Right? And that's almost done. How many decimal places do we have? Yep, 1, 2. That's it. There isn't any here. There's no decimal with a value, place value afterwards. It's only this one. So we got 2 digits after the decimal. So it's 1, 2. Right? So as you can imagine, right? 0.05 of 43 or 5% of 43 is a very, very tiny number. Okay, in this case, 2.15. Okay, so thanks for watching. Hopefully this wasn't too long and was helpful for you. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
OMG, that was so good.